Thank you. Dear all, let me start by expressing my thanks to the Dutch presidency and personally to my good friend Mr. Klaas Dijkhoff for today's very constructive discussions. Let me first emphasize once again that the successful implementation of the EU-Turkey statement is an absolute priority. The results of this are clear, as the number of arrivals to the Greek islands continues to go down, to decrease. In addition, returns to Turkey have also increased. In parallel, the number of resettlements from Turkey continues to increase as member states finalize their assessments of applications referred to them by Turkey via the UNHCR. So far, no return of rejected asylum seekers on the basis that Turkey is a safe third country has happened. However, we have received assurances from Turkey about the protection of both Syrians and non-Syrians in Turkey. The Commission has conveyed its positive assessment to the authorities of Greece. I welcome that on this basis, member states support Greece in considering Turkey as safe for return of migrants, so that Greece provides further legal guidance to the Asylum Service and EASO to facilitate the effective implementation of the EU-Turkey deal. I reassured everyone that we remain alert and we are monitoring closely to ensure that all elements of the process are being implemented according to EU and international law. In particular, our attention goes out to addressing the humanitarian situation on the ground in Greece, and in particular the needs of the most vulnerable, including minors. This is precisely why we cannot forget about relocation, and I did not hide my disappointment with ministers today. So far, only 1,581 persons in need of international protection have been relocated from Greece and Italy. Tens of thousands of people continue to remain stranded in Greece, and the situation on the ground will not improve in the coming months unless we relocate those who are entitled to relocation, which are the majority. To those who think there is some alternative or plan B, I want to be very clear. There is not. Relocation from Greece needs to happen, and urgently. That is also why we continue to support Greece in all its endeavours. In fact, today, the European Commission has awarded €56 million in emergency funding for Greece to improve conditions of migrants in the country and to increase the capacities of the Greek authorities to register newly arriving migrants and to process their asylum claims. Today's award makes Greece the biggest beneficiary of Home Affairs funds. But we also cannot forget about Italy, where we have seen a recent rise in migratory flows. Here too, relocation is essential, as well as increasing reception capacities and increasing returns for those who have no right to stay. I have urged ministers today to deliver on this fully, swiftly, and collectively. But, as I have also underlined to the ministers, it is essential to step up efforts and resettle Syrian refugees under the one-to-one scheme with Turkey. The irregular migratory corridors can only end if people are offered a genuine and legal alternative. In the meantime, discussions on the European Borders and Coast Guard in the European Parliament are well underway. I hope that the co-legislators will find a timely agreement on this crucial file. We also discussed on different aspects of our common visa policy, including our visa code, the Commission's proposal for visa liberalization for the people of Turkey, Georgia, Kosovo, and Ukraine, as well as our proposal to strengthen the visa liberalization suspension mechanism. On this last issue, I am pleased that today Member States have already reached so swiftly an agreement on our proposal to revise the existing suspension mechanism for third country visa-free travel. Now, it is up to the European Parliament to take the next step, and we will use the upcoming period to clarify some outstanding concerns. Our proposal is about making the suspension mechanism more flexible, but in a proportionate way. I hope we will be able to reach an agreement soon that serves that purpose ultimately. On visa liberalization, the Commission has been very clear in all its proposals and on the pathways for each of those 4 countries which are our key partners. Finally, let me just say one word on Turkey, because I know that there are many questions on this. As in all visa liberalization cases, Turkey must fulfill all the conditions that have been set. Yesterday, Turkey approved a law to anticipate the entry into force of the third country national clause of the EU-Turkey readmission agreement, which is a benchmark in the visa liberalization process. I very much welcome this. This clearly shows that Turkey, like the European Union, is sticking to its commitments under the EU-Turkey statement of 18th of March. Turkey is our key partner, and our collaboration is beneficial to both Turkey and the European Union. We continue to work together in that strong spirit of commitment and political will. Thank you very much for your attention.
I saw a couple of questions already and many hands. I think Valentina was first.